So many of you out there fall into this golfing trap that a lot of the pros say they do, but they actually don't. Before we get going, don't forget, hit that link below to my website to get on the waiting list for lessons with myself here at Whittleby Park Golf Club. Tiger Woods, the greatest of them all, arguably, of course, very subjective, but pretty much in my generation, the best golfer to ever live, talked about trying to fire his hips. He felt that he had to really quickly get his hips into the golf ball just there. But what he was actually meaning was he wanted to get his hips out of the way. And the problem is a lot of you golfers out there have taken this absolutely literally. You've gone to that driving range when you've heard that phrase, fire the hips, and you've tried to really get those hips moving as quickly as you possibly can do. But there's a massive issue here. And the issue is this. The problem is when you really try and make sure those hips go really fast, the problem is everything else lags behind. The club, the arms, they can't do any work because the hips have moved so quickly that we just can't get that club back down to that golf ball, which is a massive problem when it comes to quality ball striking. Because more than likely, you've probably gone out there, tried to fire the hips, and you've stone cold topped the golf ball. So what's the real way of dealing with it and handling it? What I want you to make sure happens is we're using those hips to get out of the way of those swinging hands and arms and that golf club. And that's the purpose. So all we're trying to do is simply rotate, being really specific. We're trying to, on the way down, we're trying to get that left hip working up and around on the way through. But what I call it a nice, easy pace. Because the problem is, we think about it like this. The club head moves the fastest, the shaft second, third, fourth, fifth, and it comes back down to these. The hips technically should be one of the slowest moving during the golf swing. If we're trying to fire them, we're going to really struggle to match everything up. So what I want you to do, don't fire the hips. Please do not fire the hips. This is the purpose in this video, to give you that information. Please do not fire the hips. Let's make sure we're just allowing that left hip to go up and around and out the way of those swinging hands and arms. Don't try and make sure they go as quick as they can do, because my word, you are going to become really stuck and your ball flight will be absolutely dreadful. So make sure that you're just nicely easy getting that left hip up and out of the way. And you've got the makings for a really nice sequence golf swing, as opposed to one that's really out of sequence. If you try and fire those hips, please do not try and fire those hips. Just get them out of the way.